Building a Better Market for Beef Feeders, a Beef Farmers Edition. The beef supply chain is highly centralized and represents a high level of risk for consumers and local suppliers. This program reduces risk and costs for both consumers and local suppliers by shortening supply lines. Risk increase as supply lines lengthen. High beef prices increase the risk of market collapse. Long supply lines make for higher costs and increased risk of supply disruptions. Extreme centralization of supply points increases the potential for logistical failures and exposure to disruptions. Extreme events at centralized supply points or key transfer stations will seriously disrupt supplies. Centralized sources mean solutions depend on the supplier's willingness to adopt new approaches. The solution. The solution to the high cost of beef is a local solution, meaning shorter supply lines, decentralized supply points, and tighter connections between supplier and consumer, and a shared desire in all stakeholders to reduce waste. Exchange solution. Shorter supply lines reduce the cost of beef. Reducing transfer points produces a more efficient supply chain. Exchanges are an idea adaptable to any product or service. Even if you are not in the market for cheaper beef, exchanges can supply any product or service for less than the globalist option. Exchanges are the cheapest way to supply goods and services. Anyone can start an exchange and reduce costs. There is no risk. The best part of starting an exchange is inviting others to save money on beef and other goods and services. The program. A program coordinator signs up members. This could be a farmer looking to increase local demand for his product. Target a preset level of demand. If a whole carcass is to be supplied, more members will be needed than if a single quarter is to be divided and sold. The price to join the program represents one equal portion of the initial cost of setting up the exchange. The specific cost of participation is estimated based upon the purchase price of the first order divided by the number of participants. The program, once established, pays for itself. Members may contribute labor to the program. Each member is paid for their time, skills, or other assets provided. Members are paid according to a set rate agreed upon by the group. The more work done by members, the more credits available to them for the purchase of product. The program works best when members provide the equipment, space, and skills needed by the program. A steer or side or quarter is purchased according to the size and needs of the group and made customer ready, either by the supplier or by the participants. If the program coordinator is a butcher, he, with some helpers, may do the processing. Processing may be done at the slaughterhouse or at a local store. Clients are paid using shares as a form of currency. Shares are redeemed for beef during the sale. A list of cuts and the quantity of each cut is given to each participant upon joining. An auction is held to sell a product. This could be a Dutch auction, silent auction, online, or conventional auction. Clients bid on the cuts they wish to purchase. Each cut is packaged and weighed and numbered for reference. Unless proper display cases and packaging is available, product should remain sealed and refrigerated. Each package is properly identified so it can be matched to the buyer. Pictures of the product can be used to assist in the selling if display of the product is not an option. Highest bid wins the item being sold, but in case of default, the next highest bid is contacted. Every part of the carcass is packaged and sold. Zero bids are permitted. If a buyer wishes to purchase an item for zero cost, a zero bid is made. Fat and bones and other parts may be sold in this way. The more of the carcass sold, the lower the overall cost. Purchases are paid for at the time of sale. Profits from the sale are shared equally among the program participants or can be put towards the next round. It is not a condition of the program that anyone purchase product. Profits are distributed whether the individual purchased product or not. The capital can be paid back to stakeholders or used to purchase the next side of beef. Dutch auction. One option is to hold a Dutch auction. The auction starts out with the highest bid. The winner takes whatever product he or she wishes. Then the bidding starts to decrease until the next bidder comes in. He or she likewise takes whatever product he or she wishes for the price bid. The sale continues in this manner until all product is sold. Beef facts. The average steer weighs about 1,200 pounds. Processed, the carcass weighs about 750 pounds. Hot carcass weight represents about 59 to 63% of live weight. Hot carcass weight is a carcass after hide, head, feet, and gut are removed. Hot carcass weight is affected by the length of time an animal is away from feed and water, amount of muscling, distance transported, and amount of finish. Hot carcass weight does not include the tongue, liver, or oxtail. A carcass weight after chilling is 2% lower than the hot carcass weight due to moisture loss. Within the first 48 hours following harvest, a carcass typically shrinks 1 to 2%. During the 14-day dry aging process, carcasses hanging in the cooler before cutting and packaging, the carcass will shrink a total of 4 to 6%. Additional moisture and trimming losses can be expected as the carcass is broken down into retail cuts and ground beef. Yields. A general rule of thumb for carcass yields is 25% bone and trim loss, 25% steaks, 25% roast, 25% ground beef. The packaged beef take-home weight is approximately 40% of the animal's live weight, or 75% of the hot carcass weight. The forequarter represents approximately 55% of hot carcass weight. The hindquarter represents approximately 45% of the hot carcass weight. A 1,300-pound grade 3 steer weighs an 806-pound carcass and 638 pounds of retail cuts, 79%. Of the 638 pounds of retail cuts, 59% are roast and steaks, 41% is ground beef and stew meat. Benefits of the exchange program. Supplier costs increase when sales are lower than projected demand. Beef has a relatively short shelf life. Old product must be discarded. This increases costs. Supermarkets have a high advertising cost. Exchanges use word-of-mouth advertising. Exchanges avoid the management expenses of conventional businesses. Beef exchanges do not need large displays or storage facilities. Processing is often done on site with a wholesaler or a member's location. Risk is eliminated because the unknowns are eliminated. Profits are shared between members as a return on investment. Beef exchanges know what the demand is for their product before purchasing stock. Exchanges have no franchise fees and no inbuilt startup costs. Anyone can start an exchange. Exchanges can be set up anywhere. Exchanges require no special expertise. Please visit our website for more information. Fat. Risk of fat in beef has always been over-exaggerated. Conventional arguments often fail to account for relevant factors such as physical activity. For beef to be edible, fat is a must. Good beef is always marbled. This refers to the flexed strands of white found throughout the lean portion. Fatless beef is inedible. The yield classification, which is used in conjunction with the grade stamp, indicates the ratio of fat and bone to lean. An A1 side will yield more lean meat than an A2 or 3. An AA1 will have less waste than an AA2 or AA3. Credits. This information is provided by the Beef Information Center at 2233 Argentia Road, Suite 100 in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada L5NC 7C6-905-821-4900. If you would wish more information, or you want to get a booklet that you can print out and be distributed, please visit our website at http://socialpositivists.com. socialpositivists.com. Thank you.